Trout opening 2025. Today's trout opening day, the first day of the Victorian trout season. Let's go trout fishing. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Oh, the creek looks amazing. Look at the water. When I was here back in the autumn, it was just a trickle down over those stones. Now it's looking terrific. I'm starting off, if you saw my recent video where I talked about trout lures, I'm starting off, I said I was going to start with black and gold, but I've actually left that trout roe colour striped tiger nymph on. There's a lot of rainbow trout in this stream, and they're only just finishing their spawning now. So I'll start with that, and then a bit later on I might go to black and gold. I'm not getting in the water just yet. It's currently -1 as I stand here in a t-shirt like a fool. I'm just going to do a little bit of hole hopping. I'm going to go and try this spot and a few other spots just like it that I've caught fish in. Just known hot spots. Got him! Yes! Yes! Second cast of the season! I'm on the board! You beauty! You little ripper! I can't wet my hands on the grass or anything. Everything's wet. Wow! You little beauty! I was going to say I'm going to try a couple of spots just to get a bit of a feel. Then I'll find somewhere to fish. Alright, first trout of the season. See you later, mate. You ripper. Rainbow trout spawn later in the season than brown trout do. And when trout spawn, they eat each other's eggs. They love to feed on other eggs. The more trout you've got in a stream, the less successful the spawning run is each year because more of the eggs get eaten. But that represents an egg colour. This is good in the autumn when the brown trout start spawning late in the autumn. This time of year it can work well on rainbows. The browns will hit it too because they eat eggs as well. So that was the whole. I thought I'll leave this on first because I know there's a few rainbows in this creek, and so there could be still a few eggs washing around. And the black and gold sort of represents bugs and insects and stuff more than anything, and they're probably more likely to come out later when the days warms up a little bit. That plan worked. Now I'll have a few more casts here, then I'm going to go and try another honey hole. Right, well I am off to a terrific start. Right, let's go and try and find. I've got a few of these little honey holes that I can just stop and fish while I wait for the day to warm up. I'll go and try the next one. Come on fish, there's got to be one in the backwater. I'm just starting off down the back of the pool so that if I catch a fish, I don't spook everything up in the front of the pool. Now make my way up a bit further with each cast. This was a bit of a hot spot towards the end of last season. I'm just going to go to the back here. Start at the back and work my way up. Gee whiz, that water's so nice and clear. Got him! Oh, I done him! I hooked one, but he got off. I was just thinking maybe this spot's been fished this morning before I got him, but then I just hooked one. Another bridge pool. Come on, fishies. Caught a trout on my second cast. Haven't seen one. Oh, there's one following, a little one. Got him! Oh, he got off. I was just about to say I haven't seen one since, but I had another strike. So I've caught one and had 2 other strikes. Well, I've made it to my forever spot. Well, for the next little while spot. I'm really hoping I can fish this without getting water in my gumboots. But if I do, I'll just have to tough it up. I'll keep this little orange colour on for now because I've already caught one fish and had a couple of other strikes, so I'll leave that on. Ironically, there was a spot that I was going to fish. I thought, I know where I fish. And just as I got back there, a car pulled up and 2 fishermen got out. So that ruled that out. So I've decided to try this spot. Right, let's see how I go. These aren't just any old blackberries I'm pruning. These are frozen blackberries. And I'm about to get water in my gumboots, I reckon. And that doesn't excite me. Come on, fish, I know you're in there. Oh, big one. Well, not a big one. I just saw the colour. I thought it was a big one. Good. That's just what I needed to see. I don't know where he went. But a rainbow, it wasn't big. I got excited for a minute. I thought I saw half a fish, but the half a fish turned out to be the whole fish. But I wonder if it'd be worth putting a minnow on for a little while, trying that. Right, I'm changing to a minnow. The last 3 fish haven't hooked up. The first one did, the others have just struck or swiped. And I'm going to this tiny little pontoon 21 greedy guts. I'm tying a loop knot. Loop knots are always advised if you're using minnows. Righto, pontoon 21 greedy guts. Can't find me that little trout. Going to get a bit of gumboot anxiety here in a moment, as my friend Ozzy calls it. It's so close. That water is almost in my gumboots. It's inevitable that if I walk up here I'm going to get water in my gumboots, but the longer I can prolong it, the better. Oh, in the name of liberty. That first fish better not have been an omen fish. Fish on the second cast, then nothing else. Uh-oh, oh well, might be time to man up. Oh, there's a little bit got in. That's not too bad. Not the end of the world. Got a bit in, but look at the frost on this log here. She's frozen. It's a beautiful time of the day, a beautiful part of the world. Since I took that soft plastic off, I haven't had a single follow. Just wondering whether I need to go back to the soft plastic. I'm going back to this trout roe coloured nymph, the same one, the orange nymph, because it worked. Caught one and had a couple of other follows. Since I put that little minnow on, I haven't seen a fish. It's hard to know. They could be feeding on worms. These conditions, although the water's clear, because they're high, because the stream's high and we've had a bit of rain, worms would just totally clean up in here at the moment. I actually forgot to bring my worms. I left them in the fridge at home, and for a moment there I thought, oh bugger, but to be honest, I'm not too fussed. I love fishing with worms. I went fishing with worms yesterday with Sonny over at Broken Creek. I love fishing with worms, but after fishing with worms all winter, I'm kind of looking forward to doing some more lure fishing now, because I love doing that too. I love it both. I love it all. Just love fishing. Gumboots are full of water, whether I like it or not, because that bank just caved in. I'm officially wet wading in the frost. That's a bit dumb. It's a bit cool. Got him. Oh, done him. Bugger. Bugger. Did you follow it out? No. Oh, they're just not committing. Non-committal. Unless I've had another strike. Just enough to keep me. Oh, that's a leaf. That's a fish following, a little one. I thought it was a leaf, but it turned around and swam upstream. A little trout about probably 10 or 15 centimetres long. Take a moment to soak that in. Cold. I'm sure I saw a fish there then. Sure I just saw a flash of colour. Right, change of tactics. I'm going back to a minnow, but I'm on this little 3 centimetre bullet minnow. It's bright silver, so it should stick out. It's got a bit of orange on it, but it sinks, so I can let it sink a bit, then reel it in a bit deeper, and it's small. Let's just try that and see how it goes. Well, I've been here an hour. There's still ice all over this tree. It's not warming up quickly. Nice bit of calm water there, looks fishy. Right, I'll change lures again. People sometimes say to me in my videos, why don't you change lures? Because if I'm catching fish on a lure, I don't change it. If I'm not catching fish, I change it all the time until I find something that is working. Can I go back to this same size jig? I'm going to put this same soft plastic on, but I'm going to take the plastic off and put a red colour on. Something that might look a bit more like a worm. Right, I've got 3 striped tiger nymphs in different reds. I've got cranberry, which is brighter, cranberry, which is a bit brighter, claret, which is darker, and Junebug, which has got a bit of blue in it. I reckon I might go the cranberry. I'll give that a whirl. Righto, well there's my cranberry nymph. I've taken the claws off just to make it a bit longer and skinnier, just to give it that wormy look, in the hope that they might be feeding on worms and that might represent a worm a bit better. That's my thought process anyway. Come on, this cast, let this be the cast. Oh, I thought I had a touch. I thought something touched that then, and then I just saw a trout go scooting past. Right, another lure change. What's this, about the 5th one or something? I've gone to the rainbow trout coloured bullet minnow. That's the 5 centimetre minnow this time, the longer one. I don't know how I'll go working it in here. I bought this for chasing redfin in lakes. It's sinking, so it doesn't, it swims well. It looks good in the water. I've just got to make sure I can keep it off the bottom. I was dreaming, thinking I might be able to walk along here without getting water in my gumboots this morning. No hope. Well, back to the trout roe colour we go. I figured I've only caught one and it was on this colour. I've had quite a few follows on other lures. The only fish that have actually hit the lure have hit the orange, so back to the orange. Might go up to that hole up there. Oh, that was a touch. Had a touch. Might go up to that hole up there. Then head back to the car and go and try and find another spot. Something definitely hit on that last cast there then. And this is the last pool that I'm going to fish. Even if I catch a fish here, I'm turning around here and I'm going to go and find a different stream. Well, within about 1 minute of fishing this morning, my tally was 1. 2 hours later, it's still 1. I've caught the omen fish. I have seen a few fish. I haven't seen an abundance of fish, but I've probably seen half a dozen fish follow my lure or scoot off. There's a few here, they're just not biting. In a recent video that I've made, I called it, if you're not catching any fish, try this or make this change. That change was to change spots, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a completely different waterway. It's going to take me a while to get there though, because I'm a fair way upstream. I've been going a good probably hour and a half up here. Yeah, I'll walk back to the car, put the heater on full bore, go for a drive and go to a different spot. I'm sure you'll be familiar with this spot. I've got to keep my voice down though. There's quite a few people hunting nearby and I don't want to spook off their deer. Oh, the fish followed that out then. Beauty! Last year I didn't see any fish in this hole. He was dead. Got him. Oh, done him. Oh, yes. So glad there's fish here again. That's a good sign. That's a good indication. This time last year, this spot had no fish in it. And this morning, it's got him. Oh, done him. This morning I've hooked 2. Come on, come back for a third go. Oh, you hit it. Something hit it. I actually struck a lot harder then to try and set the hook in his mouth. God, again. Wow. This is so good. This is making me the happiest person. Because last year we had a really bad season. Something chased it out, man. Last year we had a really bad season. And the trout fishing everywhere was just horrible. Something's hitting it, but it's a bit wary now. I'm going to go and change lures. Right, I'm back. I've changed lures. I've rested the pool for about 5 minutes because I left my lures in the car. I can talk a little bit louder now. There was just a few people up there deer hunting, but they've just driven off. But I said to them, "Are you guys fishing?" "No, mate, you're right." They were really quiet, so I figured I'd better be really quiet too. But now if that fish as much as sniffs this lure, I've gone to a pontoon 21 greedy guts. I mean, if that fish has one crack at this, I reckon it'll get hooked. Because the hooks are at the back, and they are super duper sharp. Well, all I wanted was the orange nymph. I had lots of hits on the orange nymph. I went back to the car and put this little minnow on. I didn't even come out and follow it. All I want is that orange nymph. I guess I'll be putting that on before I get to my next spot. Come on, trouties, I know you're in there. Big long one up there. There's got to be a fish up there. The wallow hole. Can I catch a fish in the wallow hole? Oh, there's a follow. First follow I've seen in this creek. Take it, got him. Yes, I can catch a fish in the wallow hole. That's a lovely little brownie. Look at the size of it, it's tiny. But at this point, I really don't care. It's small, but I don't care. See you later, mate. You beauty. I'm on the board. Well, I'm on the board in this creek. I caught my first fish not even 2 minutes after I started fishing, and it's taken me about 3 hours to catch my second one. Well, I'm excited. It was a small fish, but I don't care. At this point, I'm just happy to catch one because, gee, it's been tough. I caught one a couple of minutes after I started. I have had quite a few follows. It's taken me a while to get the second fish. Got him on the striped tiger nymph. I think it's trout roe colour. There's trout roe and orange spawn are both quite similar. But the tentacles are a lot smaller. They've been bitten off by some of those strikes that I had this morning. But that may be what helped hook that fish. The fact that it's a smaller plastic. Because it's been made smaller by the fish. I'll just finish fishing the pool in case there's a second fish at the top end, and then I'll show you why I call it the wallow hole. Check this out. That is a sambar deer wallow. I showed this in a video one day last year. It's just a big muddy hole in the ground. If you're at the bush and you see a big bit of mud like that, and you see particularly one thing to look for, apart from deer footprints all around it, is a nice smooth bit of mud over there. That's where they've rubbed. They mess it all up with their feet, but then when they roll and rub, they smooth the sides out. But that is a deer wallow, and then they'll walk around these other little dead trees and rub the mud off and leave their scent on trees. But yeah, that's why I call it the wallow hole, because I caught that fish right there, and there's a sambar deer wallow right there. And I'm about to catch my next fish. Neck minute. I'm about to catch my next fish right there, hopefully. That's the plan. The last time I walked up this creek fishing was back in autumn, and the first fish I saw was under this log here, just next to that tussock in that corner, right there. Today the first one I saw was the one that I caught back there. But that last time, the first one I saw was right here. Is he still there? Izzy, we'll call him Izzy. Izzy still there. We've got Willie come back, now we've got Izzy still there. Well, you didn't see that, but I've got a wet bum. Wouldn't think it'd be so hard to climb that, would you? I put one foot on it, the foot went, yeah, and I went down on my bum, right in the water. Oh well, I'm wet. Wet. At least it's like 10 or 12 degrees now, which is better than the -1 it was when I started this morning. Oh, something hit that bin around again. I reckon I just had a couple of really small taps in there then. Willie come back. Didn't hit anything that time, so I reckon it was a fish. Come on, fish, there's got to be a big fella hiding under there. Even a small fella will do. Any fella will do. Got him. Oh, he got off. Oh, I saw him. He took off to the left there. Well, I've only seen 2 fish in this creek, but they've both hit the orange. He's only about the same size as the first one that I caught. He wasn't very big. Or the other one that I caught just before. That's okay. That's a start. That's a sign. Is that even in the water? No. I'm not crawling in under there, it's too cold. I caught a small trout in this pool last time I fished here, which was back in about April or May. Doesn't mean I'm going to catch one here now, but... Oh, there's a swipe. I'm sure I saw a swipe of colour then, a flash of colour beside my lure. I'm sure, unless it was just a bit of the colourful fleck off the lure, off the plastic. No, there is definitely, I saw it again. I put a little minnow on. just to change it up a bit. See if actually, no, I'm going to go to black. I'll put a black plastic on. I'm switching to the black and gold micro minnow. Normally I would have started with black and gold long before now. It's my go-to colour, but because I caught a trout on orange in the first 2 minutes of the day, it's a psychological thing. And admittedly, all of the strikes that I've had today have been on orange. I've had follows on a couple of other colours and minnows and stuff. But all of the fish that have actually hit the lure have been on orange. I've always loved this hole. It's changed a lot over the years, but it's always been a bit of a fish hotspot. There's a follow, look at the waves. Look, look, take it, take it. Oh, he swiped it, but he didn't hit it. There's a little creek that runs in from the right. Oh, there's a touch. There's a little creek that runs in from the right there. And there's something about these two creeks joined. The creek used to go around there. This was all bush. But floods opened it up, and there's just something about the this particular spot that the fish have always liked. And I just had one follow and one strike. Is there waves follow on that? I reckon there might have been. Got him! Yeah, baby! The black and gold micro, you know. Beautiful colours. Say hi, mate. Go on, awesome. It's been tough, and I'm near the end, but I'm having a lot of fun, and it's so good to be back out here on the trout streams again. It's hard to believe that this time last week it was still winter, and this week I'm wet wading in the water and dunking my camera strap under the water and then putting it back on my head. It's hard to believe that only a few hours ago there was a white frost on the ground, and now it's quite pleasant. You can hear the water flowing through there, out of that gully that's just entering in just under here. And something about it, fish love creek junctions, and this one here in particular has always been a good spot. This is a new reel. This is a TD Black, a Daiwa TD Black, 2000 size with 4 pound Maxima Ultra Green. I had that Akuma Seamer on it, but it just got tangled too often, and I didn't like the drag system, so I've got a much more expensive reel. They're a good reel. I've got the Daiwa TD Black in 2500 size on one of my redfin rods, my longer rods, and it's never faulted me. I just cannot fault it at all. This is the next size down, the 2000 size. That's 2500, and I have had a couple of tangles with this reel this morning. Nothing I couldn't fix, nothing too excessive. Certainly didn't have to pull the reel to bits like I did with the Seamer a few times. So far I'm quite happy with it. It's got a beautifully smooth drag system on it, that much I do know. Hopefully I can catch a fish big enough to actually need the drag. Hey, there's rings on the wood. Did a fish just rise there? I wasn't looking. I just looked up and saw the rings. Is there a fish there? All I did was looked up and saw rings. It could have been a bird dipping on the water or something. Could have been a trout rising. There it is. It was. Got him. Oh, he came down and he hit it. There was a trout there feeding. I saw my first trout rise of the season. I wonder what he's rising for. Well, this one chasing it down. Oh, he's got his mouth open. Oh, he didn't feel the weight. He's right there. I can still see him. He didn't feel the weight. He might come back if I'm lucky. Will he? Will he come back? Oh, I love this. I've missed this. I don't care that the fish aren't big. I've loved seeing trout chase my lure down. And I love seeing them open their mouth like that and try and get it in. Something hit that then. It was a fish. I was going to say it hit a rock. Oh, that was a fish, a little weeny one. A few little ones in here, that's good. Oh, if there's not a trout in this spot, I'll give up. Have a look at that. Beautiful spot for a trout. Got him. Oh, done him. He hit it. There was one there. Can I catch a fourth fish? It'll need to be in this hole if I can, because I'm turning around here. I've got to get quite wet to walk through this hole. And not only that, once I get past this hole, it's quite hard to get out. So I'm buggered. It's nearly lunchtime. I've been going since before sunrise. And I'm buggered. This is a very beautiful hole. Got him! Yes, it was a nice one. Is he a nicer one? Biggest one I've caught today, I reckon. That's going to go the deadlift. Good to see a little bit of size. He's not big. I'm not saying he's big, but he's bigger than what I've been. Oh, he's gone. I'm not worried at all. I was just getting my phone out of my bag. I'd rather leave the fish in the water at the risk of him getting off than stuff around looking for my camera while the fish is out of the water. I reckon that trout would have been 30 centimetres or more. So that was the first sort of half decent brown that I've seen in this creek today. Beauty! That makes me happy. Got him! Oh, there's a boil and I saw a flash. There was a second fish in the hole. Willie, come back. Willie. Come on, Willie, I know you're there. Willie, come back. And maybe not. Maybe he took off back up there to where they made the cast. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My YouTube channel is a vlog. It's a video log of my adventures. It's not just a brag board of all the big fish that I catch. It's just a video document of my adventures. Some are good, some are bad. So if I didn't catch enough fish in this video for you, I apologise. Well folks, I'm about to start my walk back to the car. Normally I keep my closing scenes nice and short, but I want to just give you a bit of an overview. This is a shocking spot to walk out of. I've got to climb through the blackberries and climb up that hill to the track, then walk back to the car. But anyway, the bad news, I don't think the trout fishing is going to be amazing for the next little while. I think, last year was an absolute disaster, and I think things are still in a recovery mode. They're not recovered, it's not great. There's plenty of spots that used to hold trout that don't hold trout. But in saying that, I have fished spots that didn't have trout in them at the start of last season that do have trout in them at the start of this season, and more trout. And this creek here, I fished this late in the year and I caught a few small, really small brown trout. Well, today I caught a few, but they're bigger. They're still small, but they're bigger than the ones that I caught here, so they're growing. What we need is rain. Rain, rain and rain. The streams look great now. The first creek that I fished was really pumping, but we need more rain. The more rain we get, the more worms and stuff will wash into the water and bugs, and the more food the trout will have, and that will really speed up the growth rates. Thankfully, we've got rain in the forecast next week. This is my trout opening adventure. I've come to some familiar waterways, but as we get deeper into the season, I'll be doing some more exploring and doing a lot of trout fishing. I don't get excited for trout opening like I used to, but I get very, very excited about the fact that the trout season has opened and I can come up here and go trout fishing at any time. And I'm looking forward to doing some more trout fishing soon. I've got a busy week coming up this week with birthdays and doctor's appointments and stuff, but we've got a lot of rain. But we want the rain. We need the rain. The rain is going to be what brings these streams back to life. So, long story short, they're not the streams. From what I've seen this morning, the trout fishing isn't great, but it's an improvement on last season. And with good flows and rain in the forecast, the signs are looking good that it's going to keep getting better. Just finally, I tried 3 or 4 different minnows and 4 or 5 different colours of soft plastics this morning. It was the orange. It was either orange spawn or trout roe. I'm not sure which one, but one of the orange strike tiger nymphs and the orange strike tiger black and gold micro minnow. They were the 2 lures that the fish were hitting. The other colours and the little minnows, they were just sort of following them and just chasing them out. Anyway, sorry about the long closing scene, but I just wanted to give you as much information as I could. A bit of an overview of how the season started. Thank you all very much for watching.